Alright guys, this is the unboxing and review of the OTTO NoiseBarrier Micro Earbuds. We're going to get into the unboxing video first, and then I'm going to jump to the range and do a quick little review and to see my thoughts on it and whether or not I recommend this product. So I paid about $450 out the door, shipping and tax and everything. And what's cool about this is that it has 360-degree situational awareness, and it can also amplify sounds, which is something that I've been kind of interested in. So let's go ahead and take this apart. So the first thing you're going to see once you open the box is this black box. Once you take that out, we'll see a box. And one thing that I don't like about this, you just saw that happen, it is kind of flimsy in terms of the actual case itself. Let's go ahead and open this. Now, the reason why mine come with the black tips is because I actually ordered a separate pair. I actually ordered them off Amazon as well. They are the Comply Hear Clearly Professional Premium Earphone Tips. These will run you about, I think I paid like 12 or 15 bucks or something like that. And the reason why I got them is just because the ones that it comes with, which is these ones, they just didn't really fit my ears too well. And overall, I just couldn't see myself using them. Now, what's cool about this is once you open the case, the LED screen should light up. There you go. The charge on this is pretty well. I've used them about a couple times already on the range. I'm going to throw in some range footage right here. All right, guys, I made it to the range. Let's go ahead and try out these OTTO earbuds, if I can get them out of the case. Let's go ahead and try them out, see how they perform, see the sound quality, and yeah, see you out there. And I haven't really had any battery issues or connectivity issues. Now, it's important to note that these ear pro tips are not Bluetooth. Let me say it again, these earbuds are not Bluetooth, and I like that because I don't really need Bluetooth when I'm on the range. I know the other ones, there are other brands that offer that, but in my experience, they haven't been too fun to use. So once you open the box, they come with extra pair of replacement filters for the actual earbuds themselves inside. And the cool thing about these ear tips from Comply is that it fits really, really well. And it adds I think it adds about extra 2 decibels of noise reduction, which is nice. Now, what's cool about these OTTOs is that once you put them in your ears and once you turn them on, I don't know if you can hear that, but it takes about a few seconds to turn on. Once you put it in your ears, you press it once, and then it activates a amplification setting, which is supposed to amplify the sounds by 5 times. Now, this was pretty cool because I was just testing it out in the backyard. It was during the night. I was watering the plants, and I could literally hear the water dripping off of the leaves and into the dirt. And it made the cars from the highway, which is about, I want to say like a quarter mile out from my house, I could definitely hear the cars more. And this would be great for like surveillance and detection if you want to, like, I don't know, creep up on your neighbors or something. But overall, these are pretty good for enhanced hearing. Now, I also do use the enhanced mode at the range as well. And a lot of people are probably going to wonder if the enhanced mode would affect the noise cancellation. It's not too bad, honestly. I haven't really noticed a difference between the first mode, which is just the normal, like you turn them on and then it'll default to its original setting, which is just like, it's not noise canceling, but it does sound a little quieter. But I always keep it on the enhanced mode just because it does block out sound as well. And it does a pretty good job overall. I have no complaints. I also have not charged the case at all since I got it. I just used it straight out of the box. And I've used this about 3 times now. And each range session that I've used it was about 8.5 to 9 hours long. Which is pretty good. Now, what also comes in the box is the included USB charging cable. It is actually micro USB. And it comes with a cleaning brush, which I have not used yet, and a lanyard, so you don't have to lose your OTTO earbuds. I don't see myself using them just because these fit pretty nicely in my ears. Now, just as a short disclaimer, these are rated to be IP67 water resistant. However, I have not tested them in the rain yet, but you know, definitely don't go swimming with them. Don't know why you would. The case looks like it has a nice seal to it. It's got a rubber O-ring type of a gasket thing. I don't know if you can see it right there, but it does have like an airtight-ish seal. If you ever own one of those Pelican cases, it feels pretty similar to that. Overall, this does fit nicely into your pockets. Now I would just keep this into my EDC bag as it fits fairly nice. It's kind of a small package, but I like how I don't have to charge it anywhere else and that I would just charge it in this case. Now, that is where you would charge it, which is pretty convenient. And again, I haven't had to charge it yet. Now that 70% actually indicates the battery health of the entire case itself. And the 100% obviously indicates the percentage of the ear tips, or the earbuds rather. And then once I put them back in, they will charge back up. Yep, and that's it. Now, for the longest time, for about a year and a half, I have not worn any other type of ear pro except for these very cheap foamies from Safariland, and these are nice. I mean, they get the job done, but they don't have any passive hearing or noise cancellation or any of that Gucci fancy stuff. You just put these in your ears, just plug them in, pull them out, and that's it. And it mutes most of the sounds. Now, the downside of this is that I'm unable to hear a lot of the talking that goes on unless you really tune in. So for example, if the range instructor or the RSO is yelling downrange, you can't really hear it, especially if you're still shooting, and it kind of mutes everything out. Now the pros of this is that it's very cheap. I actually got this for, it was like a couple bucks or something like that. So I want to compare this to the Howard Lights, which is the over-the-head earmuffs that I have worn as well. So the thing about the Howard Lights, specifically the Impact Sports, they're good. They're very cost effective. They are probably amongst one of the most popular brands of hearing protection out there. But I just wasn't a fan of the whole over the ear, type of a thing, just because it does hurt your head, or it does hurt my head at least. Now, people have told me to buy the gel pads, and I have done so. And yes, they are very comfortable. But even over time, if you're wearing glasses, obviously, as you should be, as you're wearing eye protection, it does squeeze your head, at least my head. So I don't know if anyone has an issue with that, but overall, I do recommend these. These are solid, especially for the cost of it. I paid, it was like 30 or 40 bucks on Amazon, something like that. And then gel pads were an additional $12, I think. So pretty cost effective for what they are. Now, the noise rating level of this is about 28 decibels, which is pretty good considering the fact that I was using my Safariland foamies before, which only had a noise reduction rating of 15 decibels, so which is quite the difference. Now, all these other numbers here, I'm not too sure. I think these are with the actual ear tips that they provide with, but since I'm not using one, since I'm not really using them, since I'm using the third-party ones from Comply, mine would be probably closer to 28, maybe even 29 or 30. And also, I decided to get these because I was tired of the ear sweat. So I live in a hot area, and the ear sweat is terrible. It's quite terrible, and it's very uncomfortable. So, which is why I prefer these, honestly. And the sound quality just comes out of this. It's amazing compared to the Axles, compared to any other earbuds type of ear pro that's of this size. This is the best bang for your buck, in my opinion. I know OpsCore probably has something more Gucci, but and there's other companies that have these similar ones that cost like thousands of dollars. I just don't have that in my budget at the moment. So for what you get here for 450 bucks total, you could probably find it for cheaper, like 400. It's pretty damn good.